We're going skiing! It is one of the most beautiful places I have ever been to. I thought it'd be better to make a YouTube video so I can better explain it all and everything that I found out. We're going skiing!
Call my phone's not working. You just want to
Ice cream. I had never really been to Utah until this past year, but it is one of the most beautiful places I have ever been to. But it's like so pretty everywhere. Like, look at this. Gorgeous. So I was supposed to be here like 4-5 more days, but I've been getting a lot of vertigo since Christmas. So we're leaving a little early and I'm gonna go see my doctors Thursday and Friday. I'm gonna see Dr. Kari, Dr. Matsuoka, and they're just gonna kind of test some things probably. For some reason, my Meniere's is flaring up and it hasn't flared up in like over a year. And it's been happening every day for like 1 to 2 hours. So I basically just lay down when it's happening or I think I'm gonna puke. The whole world is spinning. You can't really think or do anything. Like, you can't really watch TV. All you do is just lay there with your thoughts and feel really dizzy and like you're gonna puke, and it's the worst feeling in the whole entire world. And I've been sick a lot, but we're leaving Utah, sadly. It's so bright. It's such what I say. We worked out, we skied, and now we're going to the airport to go to San Diego. We are back in San Diego. I'm so happy to be there. I'm going in right now to see Dr. Kari just to check everything out, make sure this is good, and then gonna probably go off the beach and have some dinner. I used to come here like every other week, probably. That's the amount of testing and everything I was getting done. Why is my thing so blurry? Now I typically only come a few times a year. Unless something like this happens, then I try to get in as fast as I can. Here I am, back again. Look at that ear. Day 2, we are back doing more tests and stuff. Okay guys, I know I told you all I would talk to you about my vertigo issues and what my doctor said and what's been going on. I thought it'd be better to make a YouTube video so I can better explain it all and everything that I found out. So I'm gonna be talking about what Meniere's disease is, what I'm doing about it, and how stress impacts me. So to start off, what is Meniere's disease? Meniere's disease is a disorder of the inner ear. They don't know why it happens, but it causes vertigo, tinnitus, hearing loss, fullness of the ears, and like I said, hearing loss. So in my case, that's part of the reason, or the main reason, I have a cochlear implant. So they're not sure why it happens. They think maybe an infection, if you had head trauma, an autoimmune disease, a genetic correlation. They're not entirely sure why it happened, which is kind of the frustrating thing, but they're doing a lot of research and they're making a lot of progress about it, which is so exciting. And so I'm hopeful in the future something will happen very, very soon, but you never know. My doctors call me a unicorn because I am not typical to most Meniere's patients. So typically when you have Meniere's, it only happens on one ear. Only 15 to 25% of people, it impacts on both sides. I'm one of those 15 to 25% people. Also, to have it at my age and when it started for me, like 15, is very, very rare. Usually it happens to older people later in life, but I'm also not responsive to medication. So the typical things they would do, switch your diet, put you on a diuretic, lifestyle changes like that, I have never been responsive to. I have done them all and I still do part of them in my daily life. Diet can be a huge factor because you need to stay on a low sodium diet. Like I said, that has never impacted me really, but I've done the low sodium diet. I've done no dairy, no gluten, no sugar. There's certain trigger foods like chocolate, red wine, some people say carrots and strawberries. So there's a whole lot that can impact it. Also, caffeine can too as well. So I've never been a very huge caffeine drinker. I cut it out of my life completely for a very long time. So I actually stopped all my medication about a year ago because I was feeling so good and I felt like it wasn't really doing anything for me. So I slowly went off it and I've been fine until now. When I went to the doctor, what we're gonna add back in is beta histine. That's a medication that increases the histamine in your ears. So in other words, it'll increase blood flow going to my inner ears. When I was doing that in the past, we saw an improvement of my vertigo and my balance, and I would go in and they would do testing with my eyes to see my movement and everything, and it helped that. So we're gonna do that again. I'm going to be taking 46 milligrams 3 times a day. Beta histine works where when you take it, it releases, so I have to take it 3 times a day so it stays in my body. Valium I take, and I've been re-prescribed that, but I only take it when I absolutely need it. What Valium can do, it's typically used as like an anxiety or for seizures, but what it can do for me is it helps like restrict my balance portion for me. So it gets rid of my vertigo, but it also makes me really tired. It makes me feel not like myself, so I try not to take that. Over the past few years, we've tried to figure out what my triggers are. My doctors really think my main trigger is stress. I don't think I feel stressed right now. I think I've been getting more stressed because the vertigo has been happening, so I guess I'm stressed. I don't know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to therapy starting this week. So my body's probably feeling stressed, and I mean, my life right now, I feel like it is a little stressful. Sometimes I think because of all the health stuff I went through and the problems that I had, I think like, why should I be stressed right now? Like, I'm healthy and I'm happy compared to where I was. I think I need to be a little nicer to myself and realize that it's okay to still feel stressed even if I'm happy and everything feels positive, and not be so hard on myself that way. I think stress and also sleep has a huge impact on me. I think I definitely need to get 8 hours of sleep at least every single night. I did therapy from when I was 21 to 24, and then I stopped. I did the Bachelor, and then when I got back from the Bachelor, I did therapy for a little bit after that. I kind of felt like I didn't need it, and I haven't needed it, which I know they say everybody needs therapy, and I probably do. So I'm gonna start going back just to figure out if we can find some ways to help me manage stress a little bit more. The thing about Meniere's disease is it's bad when you get vertigo because it's a flare-up, and those flare-ups, depending on how bad they are, they can damage your inner ear even more. I'm going back to therapy, and I am also going to be doing some diet and lifestyle changes. So I'm working with a nutritionist and a holistic doctor that I met a couple weeks ago, and we're gonna start working together in the next week or two. Changing your diet is not easy, but it's something I've done for a long portion of my life, so I'm gonna get back into that. There's always like not a convenient time to switch your diet, and I personally think it's more difficult to eat healthy, but I definitely feel better when I do. So we're hoping if we can decrease inflammation in my body, it will also decrease inflammation with my Meniere's disease, which makes sense that they would correlate. So I'm gonna do that as well. Vertigo is not fun, and if you have vertigo, I'm so sorry, because it's literally the worst feeling in the world. It feels like you're spinning and you can't stop, and you're constantly nauseous and feel like you're gonna throw up, or you are throwing up. And when I get it, I can't do anything. I literally have to lay on my side with my eyes open because I can't shut my eyes or I start spinning more. I can't look at my phone or anything. It is the worst feeling ever. So if you have it, I'm sorry. This weekend, I was talking with Lexi, who was also on The Bachelor, who also has autoimmune issues. And I was like, I just feel like I've been so stressed lately and everything because of my health and worrying that something's not right. And she kind of reminded me, when you have like an autoimmune issue and it flares up, it is like normal to feel stressed again, because it is defeating when you think that it's gone and you think you resolved something and then it comes back. It's just not a good feeling, and something that you have to deal with and work through. So I'm working on it. I'm very hopeful that it will get better because it has before. So I'm just gonna do things to reduce inflammation and reduce stress and be more at peace. I know this video wasn't one of my typical videos, but I know a lot of people follow me because of my health issues and because of things that have happened to me in my past, and that's why I grew a community on like TikTok and Instagram before I ever did reality TV. And so I think it's important to keep talking about those and sharing it. And also I'll keep you guys updated on what's helping me and how everything is going. Make sure you like and subscribe to my video. I'm gonna be posting a lot more. I have something really exciting next week that we're doing. It's one of my favorite projects I've ever done. So I'm super excited and I can't wait to share it with you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.